Hi, Marie Filion here again, and today we're doing the second part of this two-part series on ACEs and PACEs. So part one was on the ACEs, which is adverse childhood experiences. Today we're doing PACEs, and PACEs are protective and compensatory experiences. And there are 10 basic pieces and a number of other considerations that I'm going to go through. And so what happens when you build the pieces is you offset the ACEs or the adverse childhood experiences that children have been exposed to, which is very important. So prior to the 18th birthday, very important here too, I'll do another YouTube video on what we can do for adults, but this one is based on children. So the child needs to have a feeling of unconditional love. So unconditional love is they know that no matter what they do, good or bad or obedient or disobedient, that particular love from that adult is sound, it is secure, and there's nothing that can change it. Number two is at least one best friend. And what is really good for a child is if that best friend sees them as their best friend and they're special to each other. Now, you can have a number of BFFs, but when I am talking to a child or an adolescent, they come into my office and they say, I have 15 BFFs. I have a little bit of a concern about that. So really what we want to see is 2 or 3 really good friends, and then the rest of the inner circle or people that are close to that child need to be adults, okay? The third one is that the child helps others. So they volunteer or they have a social project. So that can be with the family, that can be with extended family at school, another social organization, or yeah, anything in the community. The fourth one is regular involvement in organized sports or other physical activity. So what we want is we want that exercise because exercise is brilliant for the brain. And as you listen to more of my videos, you'll hear me say that quite a bit. Okay. The fifth one is they're active member of a civic or religious group. So this builds what we call affiliation. And it's part of the 6 core strengths, which again is another video that I do. Number 6 is that they have an engaging hobby. So I've had different kids and adolescents in my office, as I mentioned before, and when we discuss hobbies, shopping and online gaming often go under that category. And so I want to make it clear that shopping or something like online gaming is not a hobby. It's not something that will build those paces or counteract ACEs. Number 7 is a trusted adult other than a parent. Now, according to Dr. Bruce Perry, if a child has 4 adults in their world that they can count on, that is the ideal. So if we have, let's say, a traditional family where we have the mother and father, and the other trusted adult can be a grandparent, it can be an aunt, it can be a close family friend. But one of the things about the trusted adult is a trusted adult can't be working against the parents. They need to be supporting the parents. Number 8 is home is typically clean and safe with enough food to eat. So that's going to be really important for that child to feel that security within themselves. Number 9, the school has enough resources and healthy academic experiences. So there's no bullying involved or as little bullying as possible. Number 10, the house rules are clear and fair. And often when I'm working with families, we sit down and first of all, with the parent or parents, we sit down and we have a draft of the house rules, and then we allow the child or children to weigh in on that. So everybody agrees what the particular house rules are. And it allows the child input, so they're actually more likely to listen to them then too. I just want to speak very briefly about the social brain. So there's 5 interacting systems that occur with the social brain and things to just consider when you're working with a child. So the social approach system, so the ability to get close to another person without becoming defensive. So that's going to be an indication that the paces are working against the child. So these are things that you want to look out for, and it's like, that's interesting. This is kind of a red flag. We have to build more paces. We have to pay attention to more paces. And again, the 6 core strengths, another YouTube video that I do. Social reward system. So the ability to enjoy interacting with others. Some kids go and they play with kids and they hang out with kids and they are not enjoying themselves at all. So we know that the paces are working when they start enjoying other children. Okay, people reading systems. So this is not mind reading. This is not a trap that we get into, but this is the ability to understand the minds of other people. So it is what in psychology we call mind sight. And so just in discussion with your child, or if you're a therapist or a teacher, you'll be able to see if the child is understanding what's going on in the other person. So meaning making systems, the ability to construct social narratives based on the experiences with other people and to make sense of our social life. So if they don't understand what's going on in the social world, that can throw them off quite badly. And one of the biggest reasons why is because the ACEs are too much into their lives and they don't have enough paces or enough time with the paces. So the executive system, the ability to regulate interpersonal conflicts and avoid any pro-social and defensive reactions. So I do another YouTube video on the executive functions, and that might be a good one for you to understand more how the intrapersonal and the identity is developed. But you're going to see that they have just an aversion to social situations that become very defensive. And some people call that social anxiety, but again, we have to look to see if the ACEs are part of the reason why they have that social anxiety. Okay. So I'm going to invite you to subscribe to my channel because you'll be able to download my slides and have handouts. Email me for more one-on-one help. There's my website and my email, and I'm also available for consulting. So any questions are totally welcome, especially in the bottom here. Okay, thank you for your time. Take care.